So I got the new Bandai Shin 1 metal build dragon scale. I don't know what dragon scale is, but I guess that's the scale. I've had a lot of luck with Bandai figures. I've had a lot of luck with metal build figures. So I had high hopes for this one. I knew it was not as large as my CCS toys Shin 1 from Armageddon. But that didn't really matter to me. And so I wanted to get this and kind of compare the two. And the moment I pulled it out of the box, I can tell you that I was a bit disappointed. And so, if I were to give a snap answer on which one I prefer, CCS Toys. So CCS Toys was about $400. This is about, I think, about 330. But there is a huge difference, I think, in the appeal for me. So if you could see that I never put my robots on stands, but I have him on the stand right here. And the reason I have him on the stand is because I don't trust him to stand on his own. And that is extraordinarily rare with a high-end robot. And once I went the route of putting him on a stand, I said, well, what the heck? Let's just go all in on it. So I attached the blades there, I attached the wings, and I put on his ridiculously giant axe into his hand there. And this stuff has all sorts of movement in it. It's just really, really, really cool. So it can fold up. Same with the wings. The wings are able to move around. They pegged in easily. The blades in particular pegged in super easy. So putting him together was a piece of cake. So why am I not a huge fan of this figure? Particularly, it's the price obviously comes into it. So you pay $300+ for a figure and you expect quite a bit. And I did not like the decision to use this shiny paint. You could see here it's much duller on the CCS Toys figure, but I like that. I think that shiny paint gives it kind of a cheap look to it. That's just my opinion. Other people may like it a lot, but I am not a fan. The joints are very stiff, and that often comes with metal joints. They're annoyingly stiff. So I did not love that. But certainly the fact that this figure is not standing easily on its own is definitely that's a problem. So I'm going to have to store this guy on his stand, and it's not the end of the world. And it looks pretty cool, all done up. But definitely, I'm going to go with the CCS. And you could also see the CCS Toys figure is even on the stand. The CCS Toys figure is quite a bit larger. So I'll put him off to the side. Focus on this one. So the panel here removes, and again, I opened it up and I was like, I don't like that mustard gray color. I don't even know why it comes off, but that was their decision. Let's take a look around the figure. It's got lots of detailing, and people really enjoy the die cast and everything, but those joints are stiff. They're movable, but quite stiff. So let's take a look in here. It's got a lot of cool engineering. That the usage of the shiny paint, that's just kind of a decision someone made, and it's certainly not the end of the world, but just is not appealing to me. These joints in here, you could feel they're cold. Oh, I can feel they're cold. They're cold here. Even the attachment here, it's metal. So we can fold down his wings if you want. So it's pretty cool. It's a little unfair. I gave him all his accoutrements and I didn't for the CCS Toys. So the CCS Toys figure looks a little more bland, but I just didn't put in all that stuff. We'll take a look around here. It definitely has a lot of detailing in there, and it feels like quality. I'm not saying it doesn't feel like quality. It's a very nice weight. The stand works well. Pegs into the back there. I just have, certain expectations when you pay so much for a robot. The CCS Toys also has articulated fingers. This is a separate hand for holding the axe. Um, none of the alternate hands have articulated fingers, and it's not shocking given that it is a smaller figure. We have different. This can peg into his stomach for his getter beam. Then this one here, he can hold this between his hands, so he's creating some kind of energy ball. He's got these in here. I'm not sure why I went with the shorter ones. He's got longer blades, and then some other effect. If I had it to do all over again, would I get this figure? I would say no. If I didn't have an Armageddon figure, a Getter 1 Armageddon, I would probably get it and not feel remorse over it or regret. But in this case, I'm going to be honest with you. Since I already have an Armageddon figure and I think that this one is inferior, um, I would have gone with something else. And there is another Armageddon figure coming out, and it's got me really thinking, maybe I should just. Well, I am going to get the Carbonics one, which is the Black Getter Robo. That one looks awesome. That's a definite must buy. But as for Getter 1, yeah, I think I'm probably done. Now I just need to find a place for this one because he's going to take a lot of room up. This one is quite extravagant. But it does, so much stuff going on. It does kind of look like a statue. It's just that he's articulated, unlike statues, which is why I prefer articulated figures because they have all sorts of engineering and stuff. So anyway, this is Bandai's Shin Getter 1 metal build in dragon scale, whatever that means.